Welcome to Something Fun with September. Today I want to show you how to make your own flower crowns. You can use real flowers or fake ones for this project. I will show you how to create both today. If you have permission, you can use real flowers from your own yard, or you can usually find an affordable bundle at any local florist or grocery store. Pull the bundle apart and decide which flowers you'd like to use. This is a good time to envision how you'd like to arrange them. Cut the stems with about 3 inches left, so that you have plenty of stem to wrap the wire around to secure each flower to your crown base. You can keep the rest of the scraps to incorporate into your crown design, or you can throw them away at this point. I use a length of thin floral wire to measure my head and use 2 to 3 wraps around my head to get enough wire to make my base a little thicker. Flower crowns are typically light, so you don't really need heavy wire for your base, but you can try out different kinds, as there's no wrong way to do this. Here you can see me snipping shorter pieces of wire into 3 to 4 inch pieces, which I'll use to attach and secure each flower to the base. I'm going to slow it down for you here so that you can see exactly how I am attaching these flowers. Holding the flower where you want it, you'll twist the wire around both the stem and the base. Be sure to wrap it all the way up and all the way down. This will serve to keep the flower attached, while also reinforcing the shape of your crown. Continue around your crown base, attaching the flowers in your preferred arrangement. This part is a lot of fun, and I encourage you to play around with your ideas and see the many ways in which you can put your arrangement together. Be gentle while you handle flowers, and try not to touch the blooms themselves so that they don't brown prematurely. You can use extra pieces of wire to secure longer stems. Speaking of crown care, if you are making your crown for a special event or a photo shoot, I recommend making the crown the day of so that it's fresh and perky. You also have the option of making it the night before and storing it in the fridge, although you can still expect some wilting to occur. Wrap your wire gently but tightly, as the stems will shrink as the flowers die and the wire will loosen. I'm going to show you how to take care of these sharp tips right here, just a little bit later. I recommend using floral tape to finish off the crown. I'll show you how it ends up without it in a minute. The important thing is to keep your flowers spaced evenly to keep the weight of the crown balanced when placed on the head. I take the smallest flowers and add them in at the end to make my crown look nice and full. And here's the final effect. Time to take care of those pointy tips. I like using these small pliers to bend and press the wires into the base so that they will not poke me or get caught in my hair, especially if I decide to forego the floral tape. I squeeze and bend the wires, continuing in the direction in which they are already wrapped. Again, be very gentle with the blooms. You should face your flowers outward so that the inside of your crown will sit directly on your head for a good fit. You can add a fabric liner here if you like, and if you're trying to protect your hair, it's very helpful. Or you can add a small strip of foam to get a better fit if your crown ends up being too big for your head. And here is our slightly less lovely crown 3 days later. As you can see, some of the flowers held up better than the others, and there are preservation techniques you can use to dry your flowers and crown properly to keep the blooms open and shapely while preserving some of the color. You can see perfectly here where the stems have shrunk and the wire has loosened. And this is something that begins occurring the day you put this fresh floral crown together, which is why I suggest using floral tape. It is a thin green tape used by florists to create a clean look and to hold flowers to arrangement supports on larger bouquets. It is cheap and can be found at most craft stores. While I do truly love the look of fresh floral crowns, when I put this much effort in, I like for it to last. Which is why I prefer to make all of my own crowns with fake flowers. Here you'll need the same supplies, and the only thing you'll substitute out will be the fresh flowers for the fabric ones. Fabric flowers can be found in home decor stores, in craft stores, and even multi-purpose stores like Walmart. I'm using 2 different kinds of pliers here. The needle-nosed ones give me an easy way to curl those pointy tips, and flat ones are perfect for squishing them into the base. Some felt and hot glue are suggested items for this version as they help maintain the structure of the crown over time. Here you can see that the blooms can be pulled off, and you can snip the extra off for a quick glue method I will show in a couple of minutes. Otherwise, you'll want to cut the stem the same 3 to 4 inches as you did with the fresh flowers and wrap them securely to the crown base just like before. You can snip the tip shorter with wire cutters if needed, but I like them better twisted down. These are some of my favorite filler stems, as they fill in the blank wire spaces nicely and help me keep a nice woodland feel for this particular crown. I mix in large buds too and try to keep the balance as I make my way around the flower base. I like to keep these loosely wrapped initially, and then I'll use some more short wire pieces to bring them in closer and pull down the wildness just a little bit. You are welcome to keep your crown as wild as you like, and add on however you feel. The best part about creativity is that you get to explore the possibilities and make something that is uniquely your own. Here I'm using the leaves from the roses to fill in any gaps in my crowns. I pull them off the stems and snip them up into clusters and singles to glue onto my crown. I use small dots of glue placed behind the flower buds and across the exposed wire base. Pressing the leaves into place gives my crown stability and a plusher, more filled-in look. I place the glue where I want it and then give it a second to cool before I quickly press the leaf onto the glue. I then wait another second or two before mashing the leaf down, securing it while avoiding those pesky glue gun burns. Please be careful when using hot glue and make sure a parent knows what you're up to. Again, remember to keep all of your flowers facing outward so that your crown fits nicely. If you like, you can cut some strips of felt and glue them to the inside to give it a nice liner. With the glue method, you can use a similar strip of felt to glue the snipped blooms directly onto a fabric piece long enough to cover a headband or wire base. Here you can see where I glued an entire strip of leaves and blooms onto the fabric and attached them with hot glue to the headband base. If you go this route, make sure to add a liner to the inside of the headband, glued to the band itself as well as the top felt piece, in order to secure your crown. As always, I encourage you to explore the possibilities and look around for inspiration and supplies to use. You can certainly use other things as well for your base headbands like these, either metal or plastic. There are also hair combs, bobby pins, and hairpins too. The possibilities truly are endless. So now you know how to create your own beautiful floral crown. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for joining me. Good luck out there, and stay creative.